Welcome back to Pages and Grace. My name's Jess. If you're new here, if you're not, welcome back. I am going to do the birthday book tag today. So today is April 29th. It's my birthday. I turn a whole 37 years old today. And I have a quiet house, and what I was going to read you my bookshelves, and I still might. If I have time. But I wanted to film a video in an attempt to get it out today. It has been a long time. I have a couple videos recorded that I am trying to find time to edit. It's not going well. So we're going to try to do a book tag that I can get out very quickly. And hopefully it's a birthday present to myself to finally get a video back out and get things restarted. So let's go through these questions. I found this. I don't know who the original creator is. And if I can find it, I will link them down below. But there are 7 questions, and let's get into them. Okay, number 1 is A Birthday Cake, a book with a plot that seems cliche, but you adore it. So, let me think. I also don't have answers ready for these, so I may have to edit a lot. We'll see. Cliche, but you love it. I don't know if I have a one that I would pick. I mean, any romantic comedy. I would say like any of the rom-coms I have in here. Rom-coms are predictable. It's understood when you buy the book that it's going to be somewhat predictable. I pick up a rom-com when I just need a laugh. I need a pick-me-up. I need something to get through fairly quickly and just brighten my mood and have fun. One of the rules I have with my rom-coms, though, is I want them to be clean. I don't want them to have explicit content in there. I don't need that in my life. But some of my favorites have been these by Courtney Walsh. I wouldn't say they're cliche, but rom-coms in general definitely are cliche. But I absolutely love them. All right, number 2 is Party Guests, your most anticipated book release for this year. I have a lot of books that I'm looking forward to. There are 2 that are coming out very quickly that I am very excited about. The next one in the Timeless series, which would be Every Hour Until Then by Gabrielle Meyer. Very excited. I have loved this series. I still think the 3rd one's my favorite. There's some thunder. It's okay, girl. There's some thunder going, but Every Hour Until Then is the next one coming out, I believe, in a few weeks here in May. So another one that I'm very much looking forward to is, what was that name again? It's the next Sarah Brunswald book, which I have loved her books so far. Atlas of Untold Stories by Sarah Brunswald. I'm looking forward to reading that one. I think that one comes out in June. And then another one that I am really excited about, but I'm actually already in the middle of reading, and that is Some Like It Scott by Pepper Basham. I bought this one as a pre-order, and I have it, and I'm in the middle of reading it, and I'm enjoying it, but it would definitely be on that list of things I was anticipating for the rest of the year. Okay, the next one is Birthday Presents, a book that surprised you how much you loved it. And I shouldn't be surprised. Where did it go? Did I put it away? I probably did, which is a good thing. Yeah, the one that surprised me how much I loved it would be The Letter Tree by Rachel Fordham. I loved this book. It was so good. You haven't heard about it yet because it was in my February wrap-up that I'm in the middle of editing. That's taking me forever. I loved this book. It was so good. I had heard such high praises for it, so you always take those with a little bit of a grain of salt because sometimes books that are overhyped just aren't for me, and that's okay. But this one, it had my heart. I really enjoyed this story. Was pleasantly surprised by it. But look forward to my February wrap-up at some point when I talk about this book. Number 4, Happy Birthday Song, a book that certainly deserved all the hype it got. So Letter Tree would be one of those, the one I just talked about. Oh... Well, let's talk about this series again. When the Day Comes by Gabrielle Meyer. This series has completely stolen my heart. I am amazed at how Gabriel Meyer just weaves the story together and the different timelines, how they just keep overlapping, and in coming books, how they keep weaving back together. It's just beautiful. It is all written for the glory of God. Not every decision that the characters make is something to be proud of, but by the end of the book, you see so much growth and you see so many examples of what it means to follow in the Lord's plan for your life. And I just love this series. Definitely deserves all the hype. If you haven't picked it up, go pick it up. All right, number 5, Happy Music, a book with some very beautiful and truly memorable quotes. Now, me personally, I do not remember quotes. I am not a word for word quoting type of person. My brain does not remember things exactly how I read them. When I read things or when I learn things, I learn them for meaning. Like, what does it mean? What is the message I heard out of it? Not the word for word quoting. My husband could quote movies and books all day long. And I try to, and it's the words get jumbled in my head. And when I try to use a quote, I say words that are very similar, but it's never the exact words. Because when I store it, I am storing it for the meaning that I got out of it. I don't know. It's just the way my brain processes things. Quotes. I don't know. You could quote a bunch of things to me and I would not remember it. So, quotes that were memorable. I'm going to use something that's a little bit of an easy answer. Yeah, let's do this. So, a book with some very beautiful and truly memorable quotes. Let's just go with the Bible. Let's go with the Bible because this is definitely the place where it is most important to be able to quote from. And if I'm going to learn how to quote from anything, be from this. So, here's my answer. All right, number 6, Getting Older, a book that you read a long time ago, but you think you would appreciate more if you read it as a more mature reader. So I definitely think that there are a lot of books on my Goodreads that I read in previous years that I would rate much differently today based on content. Before I knew there was even an option of books that were meaningful and impactful but didn't have the spice in them. So I would definitely say that I would appreciate it more. I think I would not appreciate that one more. So what could I read that I would appreciate more as an adult or as a more mature reader? I mean, I can't say classics because, wow, I got a lot brighter. That's what I wanted earlier. Okay, I can't really say classics because I didn't read classics near as much as a child. Oh, and Ryan Hall's going live. Yeah, Thunder and Ryan Hall goes live at the same time. It's not us though. Okay. So a lot of the books that I would answer for this are books that I have read recently. So one that I read was like Little Women, and I've already reread that as an adult. It's okay, girl. I've already reread that as an adult, and I definitely read it as a more mature reader and enjoyed it a lot more. Is that any middle grade? I don't know. I don't know if I have an answer for this one. So, you read a long time ago, you'd appreciate it more. I'm going to definitely say the Bible. That is one that I am constantly rereading. And that would work, but I just answered that question. I don't know. I think my answer is I've already reread all of the books that I might have wanted to put in that category. So, there's one. And I don't know if I'm going to change my mind on it or not. But that's The Great Gatsby by F. Scott Fitzgerald. So we read this in high school. I hated it. I thought it was awful. I think I watched the movie or part of the movie and got bored. Like, I don't know. I don't know. In high school, we read it as a class. We talked through it as a class, and I really just didn't care. And so this is when I picked up at the thrift store to give it another go. I don't know. I may not care again. That's okay. I can just donate it back. But I think this would be a good answer for this one. Maybe I would appreciate it more as a maybe I would appreciate it more as a more mature reader, but I don't know. I don't think so. I'm gonna give it a chance though. So let me know in the comments if you think I'll change my mind or it's just not for me. That's very possible. Okay, the last question, number 7. Sweet Birthday Memories, a book that kept you incredibly happy during a sad or demanding period of your life. So there's so many books that can fit in this category. I feel like Christian nonfiction definitely fits in this category, specific to whatever season I'm going with, whether it's grief. I would say one of the most difficult times had to be that season after losing my mom. The week after the funeral, my son turned 2, and we were still in the will we, won't we be able to adopt him phase. And I read a lot of books, but there was a season I was just like, I don't want to read anything. I don't want to have to think about things. I don't want to have anything to do with death. I grew in my faith tremendously during that time period, but I needed something light and fluffy, and I needed it to make me smile. If it couldn't make me laugh, I at least needed to be able to smile. And I think books in this category of like clean rom-coms would definitely fit that bill to be uplifting in spirit. I have a lot of really hard, tough things going on in my life, and this definitely is the type of book that I would pick up to be able to just have a moment, be uplifted, and then go back to the difficult things that I'm processing in my own life. Another very difficult situation, but would be very different, was the season where we took in the twins. So if you don't know, we're foster parents in my household, and we took in the twins in September of 2023. It was exactly a month after adopting our 5-year-old son, now 5-year-old son. And we were busy. We were very busy. My husband traveled for work, so I was home by myself, working full-time as a teacher, having 3 young children. The 3-year-old is diagnosed with autism. The 3-year-old has autism, and then twin 1.5-year-olds that are just trying to adjust to a new family in a new situation. And that was a lot. That was a very demanding season of life. And I'm not saying I'm 100% out of that season yet, but things are way, way easier than they were at that first moment. And I think one thing I go to during that time is like cozy mysteries. So one series I like is the Hannah Swenson series. It starts with chocolate chip. I think I have that one. Yeah. It starts with the chocolate chip cookie mystery. No, chocolate chip cookie murder. And this one, I think I'm on book like late 20s or 30s on this series. Love it. It's definitely an older series. It's definitely an older series, so these are new covers on that series. So a lot of the references, like not having a cell phone and things like that, were kind of fun to listen through. They were all on my Libby app, so I could listen to those. They're only like 4-hour audiobooks. But while I was doing other things, to be able to just have something to focus on for me for a little bit while I am taking care of diapers and all the things for little kids. And another series that I absolutely love would be the Campers and Criminals series by Tanya Kappas, and I love that series. I think I just read, 3 or 4 of them this spring so far, and I've really been enjoying them. They're nice. They're not something I would have read, you know, death and grief and all of that after my mom passed, but during the busy season of having 2 extra kids in our house, they were great to get me through. So highly recommend those if you're in kind of a funk. All right, if you made it to the end of the video, thank you so much. I would love it if you'd comment down below. Let me know you were here. I am excited to start making videos again. It has been a while. It's been a season. My February video will kind of explain a little bit of what's been going on in my life. But for today, I want to say thank you so much for spending time with me, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.